In the early 1980s, video games were all the rage. I mean, arcades were everywhere. Whenever we went somewhere, it was the equivalent of a rock band showing up.
No.
Imagine the publicity of the greatest obsession in the world at the time, video games. And supposedly the best players in the world were coming. They were coming to your town. It was something where there were groupies.
Groupies? There were not groupies. It was not like a rock band. This guy's got such a distorted memory of what was going on at the time.
Groupies? Let's say hi to Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
Morning, boys.
Good morning, Sean.
How much you want to bet this douche Billy Mitchell has game over put on his headstone when he dies?
Yeah, he's already got his headstone made up. Game over. So profound.
Man. Someone on instant feedback. It's the Roadhouse of video games, this movie.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like stupid Swayze being the bouncer that everybody's looking for.
Yeah.
I want him in studio. He's the greatest.
Oh, you got to get him.
He
rules.
Shuns the press.
Well, Roland, when this movie came out, we all ignored Roland, and we really should start listening to Roland more.
No, don't get carried away.
All these people were available. We could have got him on the show. We decided not to watch the movie when he handed out copies to all of us about 6 to 8 months ago. And Billy Mitchell refuses to do interviews because in his mind, he's still the world champion.
Well, I think that we back Billy Mitchell and should make that point. I think that he should know he has a national forum to come on and make that valid point.
All right, let's get Billy Mitchell on.
I get him on.
Now it's all about getting Billy Mitchell
on
this radio show. And then finally, he talks about being famous a little more here.
It was incredible. It was everywhere I went. I'll walk somewhere. People say, "Hey, Pac-Man." I'll say, "That's Mr. Pac-Man to you." It brought me more media attention than I had imagined. I don't think there was a network that didn't call me.
How do you not love this guy? How do you hate him?
He is so full of himself. Years later, no one cares.
No one cares.
Dude, he thought that was interesting. That's Mr. Pac-Man to you.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
That's Mr. Douche.
My favorite character, not character because these are real people.
Are they?
In King of Kong, you had Billy Mitchell, right? All these dweeby geeks just looked up to. And when they had these competitions, like the public didn't come to the competitions. No. They were playing among themselves.
Yeah.
That was it. And maybe a couple people that stumbled into the arcade. Cause
no one cared.
Maybe just wanted to play an old school pinball machine or something. But the disciple of Billy Mitchell,
Brian Cuh.
Brian Cuh. Billy's prodigy.
This guy would go to the arcades wherever Steve was playing.
Steve Wiebe.
And then he'd go to a payphone and like he was spying on him. And say, oh, he's up to this. He's still on one guy. And he'd check in every 15 minutes with Billy, giving him status reports. Of how he's doing.
Just obsessed and just loves Billy Mitchell. And when the Steve Wiebe guy was trying to get his record, he was just watching over him like a hawk. Kind of starting like little conversations with him to maybe throw him off his game.
Wow.
Oh, that guy was just a creep. A total creep.
A bunch of asses in this movie.
Yeah, you got to watch the rest of the movie, Ant. You got to watch the end.
Jimmy loves him.
That's Mr. Pac-Man to you. And he told that like it was an interesting aside.
Yeah.
He's David Bent. He's Ricky Gervais from The Office.
Wow.
He's an ass.
A complete ass.
You think he's got a little Ricky Gervais in him from The Office?
Yeah.
Complete horse's ass.
He might be turning me around a little bit.
Dude, he's not mean or hateful. He's just trying to hold on to this little stupid thing. I have a weird thing. He's a fool, but you got to feel for him.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Pac-Man to you with a red, white, and blue tie.
And he means it, too.
Of course he does.
He's not even joking.
No irony whatsoever.
None whatsoever, Jimmy. You're right.
Billy Mitchell's a god.
Oh, he rules. Phone number 87. You just turned me around in 20 minutes. 877-212-08. Just getting started here, but highly recommend this King of Kong. It's on demand for the most part on most on most cable systems. What do we got, Sam? Billy Mitchell reads his fortune from a fortune cookie. Oh my God! Yeah. Sam, just get me more and more Billy Mitchell freaking clips.
Stupid Billy Mitchell.
That's your assignment today. Have you seen the movie yet?
No, I've seen only clips.
Yeah, you really got to see this movie.
I will.
Here's Billy Mitchell, the world record holder of Donkey Kong, and they're interviewing him in this documentary, and he opens up a fortune cookie.
Does this have my name on the back or something?
What does it say?
It says, you have a yearning for perfection.
What happened? Does it have my name on it?
What did he say? Does it have my name on the back
It's
of it?
got to have my name on it because I have a yearning for perfection.
Hey, Sam!
He saved it, put it in his wallet.
Of course he did.
Carrying that fortune.
Yeah.
He shows people, you know, my fortune said today, my fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Read this. You read it.
Yeah. Get Billy Mitchell's parents talking about how great their son is. Now, all parents will talk very highly of their own kids.
You got to pick the good thing and then really
Obviously.
kind of just go off if you're a parent, I guess.
But these parents just take it as far as you can as far as bragging about your own son or daughter.
With his awful title.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take our first break. What about when they all had the gamers lunch at Billy's restaurant? Oh, yeah, Billy Mitchell has this restaurant. It's just a hole in the wall in Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah,
like a
crap
Hooters.
hole.
It's a what?
It's like a Hooters.
It's like
Why wouldn't it be?
it's like a Hooters without the hoots.
And he thinks he walks in there and it's like, hey,
Oh my God,
making
Billy Mitchell's here.
his big entrance.
And he sells his
That's him.
He sells his awful hot sauce that he invented.
They showed footage of him going through like supermarkets and Walmarts, pushing all the other hot sauces into the back of the shelves and bringing his to the front.
Yeah.
That's perfection.
But I think he's in maybe like 2 stores or something
Of
down there.
course.
Yeah, anyway, so they have this big gamers convention in Florida because now they're getting together to try to set the Guinness Book of World Records mark
Yeah.
for some of these games. You got to see the movie for more of an explanation, whatever. So then the gamers all decide they're going to have lunch at Billy Mitchell's restaurant. So they all get together and they push some tables, together, whatever. And then they freaked out when Steve Wiebe, the guy who's trying to take out his record, shows up out of nowhere because. And all of a sudden, these dweebs and geeks are like, oh, who invited him? We didn't invite him.
What's he doing here?
Billy, I swear, he just came on his own. No one invited him. I'm sorry, Billy.
They should all just perish.
And then Billy Mitchell, because this guy Steve Wiebe was there, hid in the back for the entire lunch.
He doesn't want to face this guy.
But they're all sitting there. The one guy sitting at the table on the cell phone while Billy's hiding in the back of the restaurant, just telling him what's going on for the whole lunch.
His disciple, right, or whatever.
It's not that important.
His protege.
This is not that important.
That's the brilliance of this movie.
Instead of just coming out and talking to the guy and making it a gentleman's thing, he just hid in the back.
Yeah.
He's a fool.
And there's there's an official website. Could you find that? It's something Galaxy or something, because we'll probably get some good info off that website as well.
Twin Galaxy.
Twin Galaxy has all the world records, so you can look up the game.
Oh,
and say
good.
Qbert once again. I just like saying
Wow.
Qbert today, and then it'll tell you
Qbert.
the world record
Centipede.
and who holds it. And there's one guy who works for Twin Galaxy. This poor guy. All he does is watch video games of people playing these games, and then decides if they're setting a true world record or not.
Really?
And how he explains all the boxes he has to go through in 1 week alone. It's hilarious.
He watches videos of these video cameras on the screens of arcade games just to make sure that the game is being played.
Yeah, legit.
It's the worst job.
That has to be horrible.
Guy that cleans cesspool with own toothbrush is a close second. It's the worst job ever.
Yeah. Let's go to Ted in New Hampshire. Ted, what's up?
Hey, the Billy Mitchell skit sounds like something from Will Ferrell or Ben Stiller spoof on MTV. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
It definitely is like Will Ferrell or absolutely. Or what's the other one we said? Help me out.
Yeah.
Like a Christopher Guest type movie.
It does come off like a Christopher Guest
You're waiting for the
parody.
You're waiting for the big
Mockumentary, if you will.
Yeah, you're waiting for the big reveal in this whole movie. Like, okay, this is a goof, right?
Yeah.
They're going to finally admit that it's a goof, and it's never said. Thank you, sir. Ted in New Hampshire.
Oh, Eroc's got a little something.
At the very end of the movie, they go through and explain what everybody's doing now since this movie was shot.
Yeah.
And it says how the old lady still goes around the world competing in Q*bert competitions.
She's dead.
Yeah. And then it follows up with her obituary.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you had the info wrong.